Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Jeremy from Weldtec Designs, and behind me we have another killer RV, and we should just name this series, why in the hell would you ever do this to your RV? You must be just stupid, because that's what YouTube, that's what all these keyboard people say. Until you actually get to go for a drive in one of these, and maybe we will just take, he's hiding now, John over there, the owner of this RV, for a ride. But let's talk about what we did do to it, why it's awesome, why it's that much better than your just stock RV. All right, so as we jump into the front of this, the first thing you're gonna notice is this definitely has a lot bigger tire on it than you most likely have on your RV, or when you're looking at an RV, when you moseyed around the little RV dealer, you're like, man, I don't ever remember seeing tires that big. And this size tire is a 235/85/16. It is just awesome. This is an all-terrain tire, and this is made by the BF Goodrich Tire Company. But how did we fit this giant tire in here is what you're probably wondering. And what is more important about this video is we've actually lifted this RV 6 inches. The way that we've lifted it is we've run a bigger coil in here in order to get the height. Now, great, you've put a bigger coil in there, but we need to control the ride of that coil. And for doing that, we've added a Fox shock. And in this particular RV, we've added even more with a Fox shock with reservoir, which is awesome. Now, in order to correct the camper, because if you go home and you just stick a 6-inch coil in your RV, it's probably going to sit a little funny. So in order to fix all that funny business, we've added a set of modified I-beams and a giant set of extended radius arms. Now, the key to this whole thing is, as well, is these extended radius arms have pushed this suspension forward as well, because when we put the new brackets on, so that when you go to a larger tire, it will accommodate it no problem. Now, of course, you don't have to move it as far forward as we do, but it's definitely going to be beneficial. And even if you wanted to run a larger tire on here, you probably could almost fit one, which it's just that awesome. Now, a couple things that if you pull your chrome hubcaps off, you'll see this awesome white wheel, which is not so awesome. So you can either powder coat your hubcaps black, or even do a black wheel, which, you know, just tons of different options. Now, to finish off this front suspension, the last thing, as you poke your head all the way underneath there, guys, you're gonna see that Fox steering stabilizer. So that's really gonna help the ride on this a lot more, as far as you're gonna notice that side-to-side steering. That's basically a shock for your steering wheel, and it makes all the difference in the world. So we're gonna go jump to the back suspension, because that is also one of the most important parts of this. But I just wanted to show you this awesome bumper on the front of this. This is an all aluminum bumper made by Aluminess right here in San Diego, California as well. You're gonna notice another thing popping through there is this also does have a Warren winch on it. And you guys know we love our Warren winches. These things are awesome. I can't wait. I'm going to be putting a Warren winch on my Chevy SEMA build, and not only that, but I'm gonna also add one to the Razor build. So 2 winches, gonna be awesome. If you haven't seen those, make sure you guys check out our SEMA build series for this 2021 SEMA. Let's go jump to the back of this thing. All right, so this is the big thing. This is really important. So this is actually a shorter RV, but we know that it doesn't matter what size the RV is. These things just sit really low from the factory. The longer the RV, the more the overhang, the more that this wants to drag when pulling into driveways and wherever you may want to take it. It's never a good thing. So in there you can see that we have the dually set up. We're running that 235/85/16 tire again, which is awesome. But the way that we got that to all fit is going to be a massive set of leaf springs. Now, what's great about these leaf springs is they actually have all of the arc built into the spring, which is giving you all the lift. Here's the key thing. The springs are actually built to the weight of the RV, which from the factory, you'll notice these springs always sit extremely negative, which is never a good thing when trying to get a nice ride out of it. I know the big thing is a lot of people will say, well, hey, put airbags in it, put Hellwig helper springs in it. There's a ton of different cheats that you could add to it, none of which I'm going to recommend. But you know, that's just my opinion, my 2 cents, take it or leave it. So awesome set of springs in there. We have also added the Fox shocks to the back of this to make this ride amazing. It is just it's rad. Like, I can't say anything else, you know. I mean, the customers, you know, hopefully they get on there and talk about how awesome this is. It really is fun. And I will tell you guys, this is, as much as this changes the center of gravity in a coach like this, I will tell you, you feel much more stable in the ride. It is truly amazing just how well this suspension works on these Class C RVs. So I would tell you that's all we did on this, but I have one more thing to show you in the back, which is really cool. Let's head to the back of this thing. All right, so we know that it's important, you know, lawn chairs take up space, so instead you just add a bumper like this. You can hang out on the back of it. This is your lawn chair. I could sit here, relax, throw out my fishing rod, you know, and maybe if the lake's over there, I just swing it off to the side and just hang out. I got shade. Man, if I had a beer in here, this would be just super rad. I would be like, I'm good to go. Maybe a little bit more of a platform, but anyways, not really a seat, but what this is a mount for whatever you may want to put on it. You've seen in some of the other videos that we've done these really elaborate barbecue contraptions, and I hate to say it, but we probably will not be building any more of those just because of the high cost of building them. I'm just letting you know. Still, what is awesome though is this is gonna swing open and it's going to pivot all the way out of the way, which is going to be ideal. And then we're gonna have our spare tire carrier as well, which is going to swing all the way out of the way. And boom, you know, now we have all kinds of room for activities. Now, probably not the kind of activities that I want to do, but the crazy customer, this guy right here, John behind me, says that he wants to put a pull-up bar on it. I don't know that I could do probably very many pull-ups, but this dude's got like, I feel like I'm at the gun show right now, right?
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like,
And
look at this guy.
And you look good.
So this is John, this is his RV. So John, tell me, what was the craziness that you decided, hey, I want to lift my RV?
Well, my son and I run a company called The Rugged Outdoorsman, and we track everywhere we go on Instagram. And
wait, The Rugged Outdoorsman on Instagram?
That's right.
So just so you guys make sure, all right, there it is, all right.
At The Rugged Outdoorsman.
Okay.
So we go to some places that, you know, a lot of people aren't willing to go. And we had a 31-foot motorhome, and I was putting it in places where the missus was just going crazy. Don't drive in there. You're going to get stuck. And it went on and on. I said, listen, I'm going to buy a smaller machine, and I'm taking it to Weldtec. Then I'm going to go anywhere I want, and you have no complaints and still have the creature comforts of home.
There we go.
So here we are.
Nice.
And I've been watching the build. It's absolutely incredible. I got to meet the staff. They're fantastic. I'm excited. So this is a major portion of our build, and I'm looking forward to sharing the rest of it.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to see more of it on Instagram, because so many of the time it's like, all right, we see it leave, and then we don't ever get to see it again. So I definitely look forward to seeing this. I think that's all I've got, guys. So if you have any questions, put them down in below. Make sure you give John a follow over on Instagram. Otherwise, I'm Jeremy from Weldtec Designs. I will see you guys in the next video.